Hi, my name is Uzma. I'm a transformational coach, and I've been putting out some videos for you guys just so that you can take benefit, and I really hope that you have found some value in them. If you do actually start to take note and really action some of the things that have been suggested in my videos, then I can honestly promise you that already you will feel quite a shift in your personality if you really take the content on board. If you need to rewatch them, obviously they're still available for you to do that. If you have any questions about any of the content I've put out already, by all means send me a message directly and I can address any of the issues. Today I want to talk to you about actually going out there and taking action and also being persistent. So obviously we've had quite a journey starting from the levels of consciousness to transformation to happiness to benefits of gratitude. We've also talked about your life and having a vision for your life, and then yesterday we talked about setting goals in the three most important areas, which is all the experiences you want to have, the way you want to grow, and the way you want to contribute in this world and the society that you belong to. So what about actually the actual goals? What should they look like? How do you actually take action with them? So first thing to note, which might shock you a little bit, but stay with me, is that 50% of your goals should have a 50% of failure. 50% of your goals should have a 50% of a chance of you failing at them. And this is a rule that Larry King, the boss of Google, implements. So it's clearly working. And in this rule, you set yourself half of your goals that are so high that you don't even know how you would ever get there. Like they're really unrealistic. And when you push yourself to that extent, knowing that you're actually giving yourself permission to fail, because you never fail, you only learn. Whenever something isn't working, obviously that's one way that you know now that doesn't work. So it's not a fail, it's actually you evolving into knowing something that you didn't know before. And you're actually also seeing what else is possible from you. And you wouldn't know that unless you set yourself goals that are extremely high, because usually we kind of stay within the remits of our comfort zone. And I spoke about yesterday the pain and pain related to growth. And it's not, so think and remember this, that pain is a prerequisite to growth. Like you can't grow unless you're feeling the stretch. We talked about this yesterday, so I hope you revisit that if you can't remember. But really, it's very important to think that your goals that you're setting yourself, and now that you're about to take action on them, as you look at your list and as you start to embark on a bit of a journey to start taking some kind of an action, your good goals should scare you a little bit. You should think, oh my God, what am I about to do? And also they should excite you. So you should be thinking, whoa, imagine I actually get that. That would be amazing. So there should be an element of excitement, but you should also be worried, and you should start to feel some feelings for them. If you're just looking at a piece of paper that you've written a list of things that you want to do and you're not feeling anything, you need to revisit your goals. They're not the right goals for you. So we talked about your goals within experiences, growth, and contribution. Each one of these areas should have goals that are listed, and 50% of them in each area should be goals that are unattainable, that are so high. It's just a way for you to really start to evolve and get to a stage where you take massive actions, because you're not going to take massive actions if you just have normal mediocre goals. They don't motivate you enough. And a lot of people actually suffer from procrastination, and the reason for that is that the goals aren't right. Whatever it is that's setting out to do, they're not right for their life vision. So that's why they're majority of the time people don't actually take action. So I just want you to think about the signs of procrastination, what they are, so just so you're aware of, are you actually falling into the category of being a procrastinator. So one of the things is that you have uncertain goals. I mean, I'm talking about unrealistic goals. That's different than having uncertain goals. Uncertain goals are you're not even sure that you want to do this or not. Like, so then you're not certain about it. So that's one of the things. You're constantly feeling overwhelmed about whatever it is that you're setting out to do. So you feel that anxiety a little bit, and you're not happy with it. You're overwhelmed. You have a huge difficulty in concentrating, right? So if you're finding it difficult to concentrate, maybe you need to revisit what it is that you're setting out to do and if that's right for you in the first place. You're holding on to some negative beliefs. Now, negative beliefs obviously are formed, a lot of the times they formed from ever since you were a child, and it takes a lot of work for you to visit them and undo the work that was done. And obviously sometimes that requires some professional to work with you, but still being aware of the fact that that could be the reason is a good indicator as well. It's a good thing to know. If you're going through personal problems, if you're experiencing something that's happening personally in your life and that's hindering you and stopping you from making progress, if you're becoming easily bored, and again, that's related to not having good enough goals, because if you've got good enough goals that you're actually hungry for, you're going to wake up every single day thinking, I can't wait till I get on to the work I do. So again, that excitement isn't there, and that's because your goals might not be the right goals for you. And then being afraid of failure. Now, this is a really, really important thing that I just want to touch on today while we're talking about goals, is that a lot of people at the first hurdle just give up. And often people are very close to getting to success if you have been taking action, but they stop in the midst of trying because they've tried too hard, they've exhausted themselves, or whatever, so many different reasons. But if you have the right goals, you won't want to give up. And even if you want to give up, you'll persevere. If you have the right mindset, you've really got to try and continue doing what you're doing in order for you to succeed. Understand that getting to your vision is not a straight line. It's not something that you're going to think about today, set some goals, and then actually start to take actions. There's a lot of work involved. It takes a huge amount of energy, and a lot of the times it actually takes for somebody else to be an accountable person for you. We're very much driven by habits, and although some habits serve us and they're good for us, a lot of habits that we have are not right for us. Right, so that's another thing that's good to be aware of, that which habits aren't serving you and how do you undo those habits. It's not actually easy to undo habits because it is a habit. It's become a part of your personality and it's what you do, but it's really important for you to perhaps seek some help, coaching, mentoring, whatever it is you need to get out of that situation where you are no longer holding on to limiting beliefs and also forming habits. Many people think that they're making decisions based on their knowledge and they know what they're doing, but a lot of the times our subconscious mind is driving us to do things out of habit, and we don't even realize that we haven't actually really made that decision. So it's really important, if you recognize the signs of procrastination, obviously try your hardest to eliminate those one by one. Also taking action, thinking about the goals, that they should be unrealistic. A lot of people say, oh, you should only have realistic goals. I don't think that's right. I think you should also have some unrealistic goals, because it's a driving factor. It's what keeps you going. It's what makes you think, okay, I can keep going to the next level, because you're never really supposed to reach where you want to get to, because it's not about getting there. If you reach, what next? You'll get to the stage again where you're bored again, or you don't feel accomplished. So just bear these pointers in mind, and taking massive actions makes obviously a real difference. And it's about being persistent. It's about just carrying on no matter what. You should have a daily routine in which you revisit your journal. You should write down your thoughts. You should have some kind of a structure to your day, so you're not just, especially in circumstances like we are all kind of locked in the majority of the world. And our day, just, we don't know when it happens. And if you're if you're fasting right now, if you're practicing Ramadan, that's even more kind of timings up and down. So there's a lot of reasons why we wouldn't have a structure to our day. There's a lot of excuses that we could use to say, actually today I didn't do this because I was so tired. I woke up this time and I haven't eaten and I feel thirsty and da. Yes, all of those things are absolutely true, but then how would you make progress? How would you make use of this unique time that you've got? So you've just got to find reasons to carry on going, and one of the main reasons that reason would be is to have fantastic goals which really make you and push you to do things that you haven't done and come out of the box and be that extraordinary person. So again, I hope today was helpful. If you want to have a chat about any of it, by all means give me a message. Share if you like the video and if you found it useful, and hit like and tag anyone else that you think might benefit. I will see you again tomorrow. Take care. Bye bye.